Thumbs up. Rock and roll. Thank you.
Well, we're the only team All right, take care. Thanks very much. Bye. Yeah, happy.
It was easy, Hitman. He carried him. Floyd carried him for a little bit. So I'll just talk to you guys. You guys have any questions? You guys got any questions? Just let me know, and we'll get it started. I would say probably another 10 minutes, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and then they'll come out. Thank you, Shabazz. I agree too. Floyd carried him a great deal. You know, you get caught up in the fight, and your emotions get the best of you, so you don't know that he is. But in hindsight, when I looked at the fight, he was definitely carrying him. And put my headset on so you guys can hear me. I got to get Oregon. Were you nervous doing it? Yeah, I was kind of anxious because you get caught up in the fight. That uppercut, the one that he missed. Yeah, good call. I said around 7, but it was like, but I knew he would get tired. I 100% knew that Conor would get tired, and the fight would end that way. Similar to Ward Kovalev. You know, just gonna take him. I just wish he would have. I just wish that he would have let him fall. You know what I mean? It was a good fight. It was entertaining, you know. Appreciate you, Sunline. I gotta set. I'm still setting up. I'm moving and stuff. So I'm not ignoring y'all. Boy, got 100 million. Gassed out is an understatement. He had nothing left. Nothing. What up, Derek? All right, I'm set up and ready to go now. All right, I'm set up and ready to go now. Fire away. That late body work, yeah. Yeah, Fred, I mean, he carried him the whole way. He gave him the first 2 rounds. He knew it was 10 rounds to go. The confidence you got to have to carry someone is crazy. You know what I mean? It's just insane, the confidence you got to have. But it worked. $100 million. And it was an event. Every celebrity you could think of was here. Everybody. I mean, it was too many people to interview, like, for real. Who said Floyd is food? Oh, Hitman, explain yourself, Fred. Back up. That's cool. You guys get to watch. Canelo is going to have a hard time. Yeah, it was just a hell of an event. Yeah, it's back now. There's something wrong with the Wi-Fi, I guess. But Leonard Ellaby is back up. So I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see. And I'll just let you guys enjoy the press conference. I don't have to talk. Just let you guys enjoy it.
Test.
I'll fix it. Give me a second.
So what you guys think of the night? Great night of boxing. Boy, what a great event. I'm exhausted. It was a great promotion, and I think that the fans got a great night of boxing. And that's what we wanted to be able to deliver to you guys. You know, when we say we're going to do something, sometimes it don't always pan out, but tonight I think was one of those nights where it was a big win for boxing in general. So give everyone a big round of applause. I'd like to call up Gervonta Davis, Mayweather Promotions own, come up and say a few words about his performance tonight.
I don't know what's wrong with it. I know, I'm trying to fix it.
I appreciate y'all. The incident that happened before, leading up to the fight, not making weight. I promise that to Al, to Floyd, you know, my team, that never happen again. And I'm moving on from here. 130, I still have potential to take over the weight class. I'm coming for all the belts. I want to get my IBF belt back first and then move on. Thank y'all.
Any questions for Gervonta? Yeah. 10. Next up, the 2-division champion and the new WBA light heavyweight champion of the world. Give him a big round of applause. Badu Jack the Ripper.
First of all, I want to thank God for this victory. You know, I felt good. Cleverly was a tough son of a bitch. Excuse my language. I'm just blessed and happy. And we're going for another title now. Thank you. Our game plan was, you know, to establish the jab, keep it on distance, outboxing, use their legs, and then after 2-3 rounds, we're gonna walk them down and finish it. Can't hear you.
Testing. Ryan O'Hara, FightNights.com. First and foremost, congratulations on your victory. You already got to the first point I want to.
Can't hear you.
Ryan O'Hara with FightNights.com. Congratulations on your victory. First and foremost, a lot of people have been talking about a potential fight with Adonis Stevenson. It could possibly happen, or it'd be easier to make, considering that he is with Al Heyman like yourself. Your thoughts on fighting Adonis Stevenson?
I wanted to fight him, you know, a year ago, and hopefully we can make it happen right now. I don't want to fight him because I want to fight him because he's a good fighter. You know, I respect him. He got tremendous power, and I just want to test myself against the best. So, and he's one of the best. So, and we're on the same side of the politics in boxing. So there's a big fight, and I would love to fight him.
I have a question for Gervonta.
Gervonta, I think you had the best shot of the night when you put your hand behind your back and then caught him with the uppercut. Do you feel like he was just not in your class that you was able to do that? Because I'm not sure if that's always wise to do that against certain fighters. So how did you feel about him?
I believe that he was a great fighter, a good fighter. I hit him with some strong shots, you know, and he didn't budge. So I knew that I had better skills, and that's how I was maneuvering my way through the fight. Thank you.
Anybody have a question?
Any other questions for Badu or Gervonta? Let's give a big round of applause.
Of his critics asked whether he would be able to
Leonard, congratulations on a successful night. Terrell Johnson rolling out part news. Congratulations on it. Congratulations on a successful night. What preliminary information can you give us about the pay-per-view sales, and what can you tell us about the gate tonight?
Well, pay-per-view sales are looking very good. Everything's tracking very good. We should have a good indication early next week, and we'll be able to talk about that. But we are very pleased with overall. It was a terrific promotion. I think both guys did a really good job. We kickstarted it off with the tour, and I think that's what generated all the interest from the fans across the world. Again, it was just a great night of boxing. And the lead up, you know, the fans really embraced this fight, and that's why we're very, very pleased.
Leonard, just to kind of follow up on that, it was an incredible event, but we did see a lot of frustration online early in the night with people having trouble with the pay-per-views. Can you maybe explain kind of what happened there as far as you know, and are you anticipating concerns with refund demands and things along those lines?
Well, don't really have too much information, just other than kind of what you just mentioned. These things happen. It happened with the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. That's one of the reasons why I kept on saying, order now, order early. You know, we'll figure it out though. Again, that's a good problem to have. It was a very successful event, and we're very happy.
Leonard Ellaby, Hip Hop Gamer, High 97. First of all, God bless you in this entire event. It was amazing. I enjoyed every minute of it, man. Seriously.
Thank you.
Salute to you. Now, my question for you is, now that, you know, Floyd 50-0 and he's retiring, is there anybody like that y'all looking at that we may not know about that you're interested in signing to Mayweather Promotions?
Well, we're always looking for the top fighters out there in all the boxing. If they're free. We consider ourselves a top-tier promotional company, and we're always looking to upgrade our talent out there. There's a number of outstanding young fighters out there in boxing today, and we're looking at the ones who are free agents.
Mr. Ellaby, Darren Smith, KLKC Radio out of Kansas City, Missouri. A couple of things. One, and I don't know whether you want to touch on it or Floyd, obviously he had tax issues coming leading into this fight. Is there any truth to the rumor that the IRS is here to possibly collect on the tax money that he's owed? and the taxes on what he makes tonight. And then also, will you all be doing anything in the future with Dana White in the UFC?
I couldn't hear the end of the question.
Would you all be doing anything with Dana White in the UFC after tonight's event?
We're not looking to fight any other UFC fighters. It was a great promotion. I really enjoyed working with Dana and his team. Very professional group. They've had a tremendous amount of success, and I truly understand why. He's got a great team, and they have a great, well-oiled machine. And it was, again, a great joy to be able to work with them with this promotion.
It's Phil Rothfield from the Daily Telegraph in Sydney. Would you like to see Conor McGregor box again in the near future?
I was actually very surprised with his ability to do certain things. He definitely has, if he chooses to, he definitely has a future in boxing if he chooses to be able to last as long as he did. He's a very tough competitor. He's a big heart, and again, you know, he showed a lot. You know, especially with this being, you know, his professional debut. I think that he did the UFC proud. He did his country proud, and he should definitely keep his head up high.
Leonard, quick question from Chris Ridgway at thesportsman.com. Still here. I know Floyd has said this is going to be his last fight. If he gave you any indication that he might be interested to go again with anybody, what would your advice be to him?
No, Floyd's not looking to box anymore. This was it. You guys, he's had a phenomenal career. I can't say enough of that. There's nothing else to accomplish. You know, he's broke all the records, done everything. We leave that up to the young guys now. He's passing the torch on. He's looking to move on to the next phase of his life. And I'm very happy for him. Waiting on Dana and Conor. It should be okay. It should be arriving shortly. Any other questions?
Leonard, with just 14,623 in attendance here in the arena, did you feel in hindsight that you overpriced the tickets?
I wouldn't say that. Just sometimes it's all about delivering. I think the fans enjoyed themselves, the ones who were here. It was a great event. You know, a wonderful turnout. Not always gonna get it right. We get it right more often than not, though.
Mr. Ellerby, in terms of total revenue, do you expect it to surpass what you made 2 years ago with the Pacquiao fight?
Say that again, sir.
In terms of total revenue, total profit, do you expect it to surpass what you did 2 years ago for the Pacquiao fight?
We're in good shape. I'm confident we're in good shape. I'm not really ready to commit to talking about that until we dig down and see what the numbers are. And again, we'll have a pretty good indication next week where we're at.
Thank you, sir.
Leonard, any word on what the gate was tonight?
Say that again?
What was the gate tonight? Any word on the gate?
I haven't got the final number yet.
Do you know if it broke the record? The Pacquiao record?
I'm pretty sure we're right there.
Okay, and just curious, around section 119, 120, there were 9 sections that were completely empty up top. Do you know, was there a specific reason for that?
Was there a reason why the section was empty?
It just, because opposite way, they were all full, so I was just curious if those were blocked off for some reason. There were just 9 sections in a row that were empty up top.
I guess because people weren't in the seats.
Hey, Leonard, Carlito from WSKQ New York. What are your thoughts on Mayweather not finishing the fight as fast as he said he would?
What do you mean not finishing the fight as fast as he wanted? Conor McGregor is tough as nails. I mean, you know, guys, they talk to, you know, to build up fights, and, you know, at the end of the day, the other guy's trying, one guy's trying, the other guy's trying. Conor McGregor, at the end of the day, he's tough as nails. He wasn't going to lay down. He has a big heart, and I understand why he's the biggest star in the UFC and one of the biggest stars in all of sports.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring up to the stage our partner with this promotion, good friend. It was great to work with him and his team, a very professional group. And like I said, I understand why they've been so successful. Again, it's a great honor to be able to work with them, and I would love to work with them at any time the opportunity presents themselves. Give a big round of applause for Dana White.
What's up, gang? Any questions for me? Because I'm tired.
Hey, Dana in the back over here.
Yeah.
Straight in the back. Can you assess Conor's performance in your opinion? Did he do better than you thought? Was this what you saw in training at the Performance Institute?
Yeah, no, I'm so proud of Conor tonight, man. You know, it's not the fight that I thought it was going to be. It was a completely different fight than I expected. You know, Conor, when you get into professional boxing, right? And, you know, you guys know you start 4 rounds, you fight 6 rounds. You went 10 rounds tonight with arguably the greatest to ever do it. Max Kellerman, I've been trying to get a hold of him. He ain't answering his phone right now, but he said that Conor wouldn't land 1 punch on Floyd Mayweather. You know, there were a lot of people that were super negative about, you know, this boxing match with Floyd, and Conor looked unbelievable. I'm sure you guys probably already saw this, but if you didn't, the CompuBox numbers were in 9 of Floyd Mayweather's fights where it went 12 rounds. His opponents hit him with less than 100 punches. Conor hit him with 111 in less than 10 rounds. So it was a great fight. I'm really proud of Conor.
And Dana, just to follow up on that a little bit, given how well he did in the fight, you know, against a long guy, if he chose to box again, would you endorse that and would you work with him on it?
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Kevin?
I just said if he chose to box again, given how well he did, would you endorse that and work with him on that?
I would rather he did not. You know, this isn't what he does. He's a mixed martial artist where he goes in and he fights and he uses all of his weapons. And tonight he was only allowed to use his hands. I think he did great tonight. I don't think there's anything else left to prove. I would rather he fight mixed martial arts.
Dana, I guess just to kind of follow up on that, let's not talk about Conor McGregor specifically. I mean, this was a special, unique event. Would you be open to entertaining the idea of ever doing this, a cross-promotional bout like this again?
I'm ready to get back to the UFC and do what I do. You know, these guys were amazing to work with. No bullshit, you know me. These guys were awesome. The Team Mayweather, Al Heyman, much respect. These guys were, you know, like I said, I was expecting something completely different coming in to work with these guys because of how long it took to make the Pacquiao fight. But it was, I can tell you it wasn't this side. That I can promise you. These guys have been fantastic.
And of course, the question on every UFC fan's mind is when is Conor McGregor going to step back to the octagon? I know it's early, but have you had a chance to speak with him at all? I mean, any indication of what should and could come next for him in the UFC?
Yeah, I've been back there with him pretty much this whole time, and we're not talking about fighting tonight. You know, he put on a great performance. We're not talking about fighting. You know how he is, man. When he's ready, he'll let me know.
Dana over here. What's your response after the event tonight to people who said this was going to be a circus, that it would be a farce?
Yeah, you know, you have to have negative people, man. When you're doing stuff like this, it creates the debate and the back and forth. But I knew Conor McGregor's a fighter, you know, and we saw a fight tonight. I don't know if tonight was the best boxing you've ever seen, but we saw a fight. And I mean, Conor was in here landing jabs on Floyd Mayweather. He was hitting him with right hands. He hit him with a big uppercut, hitting him with nice body shots. Conor McGregor looked damn good tonight to me. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I thought he looked awesome, and I'm proud of him.
Do you think your heavyweight champion, Stipe Miocic, would do well in a boxing match?
I don't even want to talk about my other guys in a boxing match. This was one of those, you know, two big superstars. This thing built from the bottom up, from the fans to the media, and then up to us when we even started remotely considering something like this. And it was just a real special event and a rare, it's a rare event. I'm not looking to do this again.
Hey, Dana, straight back. Straight back, all the way back.
Yep.
Considering that he did as well as he did tonight against Floyd, what do you think would have been the case if he had started out like a regular boxer, where you mentioned before, guys going to 4 rounds, 6 rounds. Tonight he went 10 with Floyd Mayweather. Had he had some experience and not just come in on his pro debut, how much better do you think he would have been able to perform?
Yeah, I think for a lot of the people here today that are big boxing guys and have never liked MMA or whatever the deal might be, Conor McGregor is a rare, special individual, man. He's an incredible fighter. He's willing to put everything on the line. It's like I say all the time, without any risk, there is no great reward. You must, you know, the greats always risk. And Conor McGregor is that guy. He's a very special individual. I think if he would have started boxing, he'd have probably been very well. I mean, how can we even debate it? How can we even talk about it? He just went 10 rounds, 10 really good rounds with Floyd Mayweather.
Hey, Dana, off to your right here. To your right.
Yep.
How you doing? Conor's purse this evening was 10 times the size of his biggest disclosed purse in the UFC. Do you expect that to cause you problems in negotiations in the future?
No. Listen, if our fights do what those guys did here tonight in the gate, we'll all be good, trust me. Nobody will be bitching about anything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Dana, to your left. To your left, corner, right here.
Hey.
Champ Creed, Fox Sports Radio. So before the fight today, it was announced that Top Rank Boxing is doing a deal with Disney for their library, distribution, and one of the things that was mentioned in the article was that they made an overture to you guys to see if they could incorporate a deal. And we've seen you with the Zuffa Boxing, McGregor Boxing Club. Is there anything that you know of on high that will include boxing into the portfolio of what you guys have going on with the UFC?
You know, I never say never. I've said never before, and I was wrong. I wanted to get through this fight, get this fight behind us. And first of all, I want to get back to business, doing what I do, which is the UFC. And I don't know, I would never say never, but it's not something I'm thinking about right now.
Okay, and conversely, Leonard, now that you see the numbers that the UFC brought with their digital media infrastructure that helped boost the social media attention, the views, and the ticket sales, do you foresee yourself and Al Heyman, from Leonard Ellerby, do you foresee yourself and Al Heyman dipping your feet in the pool of MMA, whether it be, you know, something under the PBC brand or the TMT brand?
Was that to him?
Yeah, that was for Leonard. I mean, I'll ask it again.
We're always open to doing anything if it makes business sense. You know, we're very good at what we do, and we're gonna continue doing our thing.
Dana, I was talking to some other UFC people before the fight, even before the fight, and they were saying what this has done in bringing fans attention to the UFC is probably the best thing about this fight. Do you agree with that point?
Say it again. What was the question?
I mean, other than Conor's strong showing tonight, even before the fight, some of the UFC officials I was talking to said the great thing about this fight is that it's bringing so many new fans to your sport, and it will do that. Is that the same way you feel?
I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. The way that I look at fights and the way that I look at fighting is we're going to have fights that we put on that are for the hardcore UFC fans. We're going to have some fights that will do better than, and then we'll have some fights that are big where we do the Diaz Conor 1.5 million, these type of things. It takes two very special people in the right place and the right time to do the freakish kind of numbers and the water cooler talk and all the things that this fight had. You got to have the right people in the right place at the right time.
He fought a hell of a fight, hell of a stand-up guy, and I went out there and just did what I do best. Found a way to trap him and broke him down. And, I want to say congratulations to my team, strong team. I got a real strong team. I've been working with my team for a lot of years. I've been knowing Dana White for 21 years since I came to Las Vegas. And I'm one of the first guys that believed in Dana White before anybody believed in Dana White. I was one of the first guys to give Dana White a chance when nobody wanted to give him a chance. Dana, thank you. And Leonard Ellaby, CEO of Mayweather Promotions. We don't always see eye to eye, but at the end of the day, we always get great results and we get the job done. Me and my father, we don't always see eye to eye, but we always get great results, and that's really what it's about. My publicist, Kelly Swanson, CBS, Showtime, Steven Espinoza. There's so many people I want to thank. The CEO of the UFC, the fans from Ireland that came over, and all the media, the MMA media, the boxing media, for covering this event. I want to go out with a bang. I told you guys it'd be blood, sweat, and tears. And I told you he was a hell of a fighter standing up. Kind of shocked me. And I told my dad, it was something I was talking to my dad about, that me and him would keep amongst us, because certain things don't go out to the public, but we had a game plan. Our game plan was to take our time, let him shoot all his heavy shots, keep walking him down, shoot heavy shots to the body, shoot big shots upstairs. And my dad thought it was going to be a little bit earlier, around the 7th or the 6th. But, it took us a little longer than we expected, but we did what we said we was going to do. And I promise everybody, remember this. I told you people, I guarantee you this fight wouldn't go the distance. I told you, I was going for the knockout, I was going straight ahead. And with going straight ahead, you're going to take contact. I understand that. But, after 21 years in the sport of boxing, I had some great fights, I had some boring fights. But at the end of the day, I will be always remembered as a winner. No matter how you win, as long as you win. And I know how to dissect my opponent. I know how to go out there and break them down and just stick to the game plan.
Floyd, right straight in front of you.
What up, Kevin?
Congrats on the win. First, I have a couple questions. First, you mentioned you hadn't sparred the last month. Was it an injury or why not?
It was an injury, of course. Not an injury like that, but I wanted my hands to be 100% for the fight. You know, I didn't want my hands is real brittle. You know, everybody knows that. I wanted my hands to be solid when I come out here. So when I'm shooting hard shots, you know, I'm able to break the guy down. Whereas if I were to box and I got a serious hand injury, I wouldn't be able to punch as hard.
My second question, though, is you leave. You were the biggest star. You sold the most pay-per-views, the most tickets. Where does boxing go from here after this? How do you generate the next level of stars? And who do you see as the guys that are going to be the ones selling the million pay-per-views and keep up the momentum that you have in 2017 in boxing?
Okay, I'm going to touch on this. I want to touch on that, Kevin, but I want to say something. We did break the record tonight for the biggest gate. Me and Pacquiao done 72 million. I think we done somewhere over 80 million, you know, for the live gate. We also on pay-per-view. It took us so long to come out for the fight. I know all the fans was anticipating, like, why you guys taking so long? The reason why we took so long is because the servers, the pay-per-view server in California and in Florida crashed. So we want to make sure we get everything back in place, you know, everything in the right place so that everybody can see pay-per-view and give everybody a show. And you asked me about who do I think is the next superstar in boxing. There's a lot of hell of a fighters out there. There's a lot of young lions out there, you know. You won't see me in the ring no more. So any guy that's calling me out, forget it. I'm okay. You know, I had a great career. I had a tremendous career. I'm proud of Badu Jack. I'm proud of Javante, Tank Davis. I'm proud of everybody that's under the Mayweather Promotions banner, you know. And of course, you know, I have to say I'm proud of Al Heyman, you know, just being an advisor / manager, us being business partners, us communicating, us knowing one another for over a decade, and us, you know, taking boxing to that next level. You know, and Steven, and I can't thank Steven enough, and I can't thank Showtime enough or CBS just for believing in me. You know, I had you know, when I went to Showtime, I told Showtime, these are the things that I want to do. You know, I want to roll the dice and take chances and do record-breaking things. And tonight, we broke the Pacquiao pay-per-view number. We broke all I'm doing is breaking my own record. So, but hopefully, I can find the next Floyd Mayweather that can sell 1 million homes, Kevin. You know, everything takes time, but eventually we'll find the next superstar.
Hey, Floyd, straight back. Congratulations. Right here, baby.
Oh, hey.
It's Dan Rayfield here.
I know, Dan.
All right.
You write for ESPN, Dan. I've been knowing you forever.
Congratulations on the victory tonight. I wanted to ask you one thing about yourself and what about Conor. First of all, now that your career is over, you say you're going back into retirement. Other than your business interests with Mayweather Promotions and your Gentleman's Club here in Las Vegas, what other things do you want to do with the rest of your life?
I just want to help these fighters. You know, I look forward to becoming a boxing trainer. Just helping trainers. As far as no different from, my dad is a hell of a trainer. You know, he taught me the sport. And everything that he taught me from day one, I still know. But I want to help just other trainers help make fighters better. You know, I want to go out there and help fighters better and teach fighters about becoming a superstar, not just in the ring, but on the outside. A lot of times fighters think that, oh, I'm undefeated or I'm a knockout puncher. That makes me a superstar. It takes more than that. It takes a lot of work on the outside and surround yourself with the right team to become a mega superstar.
Floyd, my other question for you is, I'd like you to just take a minute and assess Conor McGregor that you saw in the ring tonight. I'd like you to maybe mention about what you felt as far as his power, his skills, and frankly, how you think he might do if he was fighting a regular fighter, not a Floyd Mayweather.
He was solid. You know, I've been on for a couple of years, and I'm a lot older now. Remember I told you guys, I'm not the same Floyd Mayweather I was 21 years ago. I told you guys I'm not the same Floyd Mayweather I was 2 years ago. But remember, I still have a hell of an IQ, and, you know, I'm still a thinker. So what I did was, and as far as his punching power, he's solid. I felt it before, so that's why I kept coming straight ahead. It obviously wasn't the type of power to say I can't come forward, because if it was that type of power, I wouldn't have came forward.
Floyd, just to follow up on Conor, there was a lot of concern coming into this fight that the rules were going to be followed, and it was a little bit rough at times in there. There were some warnings. How did you feel about the way Conor conducted himself in the ring tonight?
I let the referee do his job. You know, I let the referee do his job. I'm not here to bash the referee. I mean, but you guys know what's going on. A lot of rabbit punching, a lot. You know, things happen, but you know, you live and you learn. You know, the referee's a hell of a referee. Conor McGregor's a hell of a fighter. I'm not here to bash anyone. I just went out there to do my job tonight.
I did want to ask, at the end of the 5th round, you did have a little push after the bell. I kind of wonder what was going through your head at that point. Was that frustration? Was that to send a message? What was that about?
You know, get the fans what they want to see. I pushed them and told them, you still ain't knocked me out yet. I thought you said it wasn't going past 4. Show me your real power. That's all. It was, you know, it just, you know, trash talking that, you know, fighters do, whether it's MMA or boxing. You know, we talk trash. That's what we do. You know, when the best compete against the best, we want to be pushed, and that's, you know, that's how boxing and MMA goes.
Floyd, of your 50 victories, what in your mind was your most impressive?
Well, every fight played a major key. You know, not just number 50, just to get to this point. You know, a lot of people ask me about Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano is a legend. He paved the way for me to be where I'm at. There's a lot of champions that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. I'm very appreciative, very thankful. And like I said, every fight counts to me, not just one fight, not number 48, not number 49, not number 50. Every fight played a major key in my career.
Floyd, I asked you in Toronto, did anything surprise in the build-up in like the media tour? Gonna ask you the same question tonight. Did anything McGregor surprise you in the ring tonight?
I'll say it again.
Did anything surprise? Did McGregor surprise you anyway tonight?
I knew he was going to be awkward from the beginning, but right before we came out, you know, I talked with the legendary trainer, Floyd Mayweather, my father. We talked, and he said, you know, we communicate. You know, when I was younger, you know, when I got older, me and my dad is able to talk. There's a difference between when I'm 21 and I'm 40. Me and my dad is able to have a father-son conversation. We communicated, we talked, and my dad was in the corner a couple of times. And he wanted more out of me, but he knew the reason why. He knew what I was doing. We talked about it in the back. We said the game plan is let him shoot us low, let him shoot all the hard shots. He's going to try to kill me. He's going to keep switching, keep switching. We'll take our time, shoot hard shots to the body, eventually break him down. We get him around the 6th and the 7th, but he lasts a little longer than we expected. But you know, I stuck to the game plan.
Floyd.
Over here to your left. Hi Floyd, it's Rivette with Hollywood Unlocked. So I was wondering, the internet has been going in on Conor for hitting you in the back of the head a few times. He had a few warnings. Did that throw you off at all?
I'm not here to bash anyone. I told you guys what I was going to do. I knew he was going to be a tough competitor. It's about pushing, you know, pushing myself. And in number 49, it wasn't good enough. Number 48 wasn't good enough. So I told you guys I was going to come straight ahead for number 50 can be good. I can't be the fighter and the ref. I have to choose what I'm going to be. And a lot of rabbit punches, a lot of hitting in the back of the head, hitting in the back. Once again, I'm not the referee, I'm just a fighter. That's for the referee to do his job. And I told the referee in the back, if you go back and view it, when the referee was in the back with me, I told him he's going to be doing a lot of rabbit punches. And my only concern was hitting me in the back of the head. I said, I want him to keep the punches on the side and in the front. But all the shots was coming to the back. But he's tough. He's a tough guy.
Floyd, did you feel any effects of age tonight?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I just know that going straight ahead, if you're going straight ahead, you know, with your guards up, you're going to get some contact. You know, I'm trying to close the gap. He was throwing some awkward shots from an awkward position. You know, landed a couple uppercuts, hooks. You know, but I'm more like, you know, stay calm, relax. You've been here before because, you know, you can't play into the crowd. You can't play into his fans. Just take your time, stick to the game plan, and you'll get the job done.
I thought a great example of, you know, your legacy and how long you've lasted was Gervonta's situation, missing weight. As you reflect on all the difficulties that you have to endure to reach 50-0, is that the ultimate sense of pride that you take away from your career?
Like what? What take away from my career? Like what?
Just, you know, enduring all those things, the trying to make weight, taking on each opponent, like you said, dissecting each opponent, figuring each guy out, and doing what you do over time.
I mean, just throughout my career, when I think about my career, I never wanted, you know, as far as, you know, making weight. When you ask me about Gervonta, Tank making weight, he's young. But when I was young, I think I would have made those same mistakes if I didn't have my father in my life. You know, just being a coach that was extremely hard on me. You know, I think that if he didn't discipline me in boxing, I don't really know where, you know, how my career would have played out. You know, I didn't want to slack, and I didn't want to seem irresponsible or not disciplined. So that's why I always you got to sacrifice something to get something. So that's why I've always made sacrifices to get to a certain level. And to get to the pinnacle, you got to make sacrifices, and that's what I did.
Over here. Floyd, I know you said everything went according to the plan this night, but was there any point that when Conor pushed you to something you didn't want him to do this night? I mean, you follow off what you comment on what he said, that he made you fall like a Mexican tonight.
Say it again. He wanted to what?
He said over the ring that he made you fall like a Mexican tonight. Did you buy that? Do you agree with that?
Listen, everybody know in this room that's watched me fight, I could have easily outboxed Conor McGregor, counter-punched him all night. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go out with a bang. I told you guys I would come straight ahead. I feel like I owe that to the fans for the Pacquiao fight. Even though I don't owe anybody nothing, I put the pressure on myself and did it myself. And that was a goal of mine. And I told you guys that this fight wouldn't go the distance. Go back and look at all the interviews that I did.
Floyd,
hey.
Chris Joy from The Sportsman. First off, congratulations, not just on tonight, but on 50 fights that have gone your way. Congratulations, well played, sir. The people that we've spoken to ahead of this fight, when we've asked them, what chance does Conor McGregor have? How does he beat Floyd Mayweather? And these are other fighters and just fight fans in general. They said one thing Floyd Mayweather's got to overcome tonight is the will of the Irish. Did you feel the Irish presence in the crowd tonight?
I never focus on anything but the guy that's in front of me. Because when it comes down to it, I always said this for many, many years. The fans cannot fight for you. And one thing I know I can do, I can fight. So the fans, when they shout, scream, I don't worry about nothing. I just, you know, keep my composure and stick to the game plan. Constantly keep coming ahead, pushing him back. You know, when he first come out for the first 20 seconds of the round, when he go back to his corner and he sit down, I said when he come out, he gonna come out for 30 seconds and fight hard. And then he gonna break. And once he break, that's when I'm gonna shoot a hard shot to the body, hit him with a hard shot up top, and keep pushing him back. Remember, I told you guys, weight doesn't win fights. Fighting wins fights. And then, you know, when I said talking doesn't win fights, fighting wins fights. Meaning that when we was on the, you know, when we was on stage for the weigh-in, I don't have to do no more talking. We fighting tomorrow, so I did enough talking on our tour, basically. So, you know, everybody said, "Oh, man, well, you was talking on the tour." Okay, I did a lot of talking on the tour, but now it's time to fight. We're 24 hours away from the biggest fight in the world, the biggest combat fight in the world. There's no need to talk anymore. And remember, all the fans that was here, those are soccer fans. And for the international people, those are football fans. You know, but he's a hell of a fighter. And then, you know, I hear him talking about, oh, you should let me go out on my back and go out on my face. No, the referee saves you because the referee is thinking about your future. Because you're still young, and we want you to be able to fight fight again someday. So the referee is saving you. He's not saving me. That's all I'm saying.
Hey Floyd, I'll say you sound pretty certain on the retirement this time around, but obviously we've heard that before. So I just want what is different this time around, and is it a different feeling than previous retirement?
Yes, I did walk away from the sport before. Very comfortable. I didn't have to come back. But like I said, we do foolish things sometimes. All of us do foolish things. But I'm not a damn fool. If I see an opportunity to make 300, 350 million in 36 minutes, why not? I had to do it. But this is the last one. You guys have my word. I had a great career. A great career. I can't complain about anything. I can't complain about anything. Stephen Espinoza, like I said before, in CBS, they gave me the biggest deal in sports history.
Floyd?
Okay. Hi, thank you. Karen Bryant for MMA Heat. Floyd, you talked about not sparring, and I am curious, right here. Hey, you talked about not sparring.
I got a sharp mind. I see you when I walked in up to the left.
Yeah, you did. You looked right at my camera. Thank you so much for that. It's online already. So you said you didn't spar much for the last month, and then you make the request to have the glove out size dropped. So how did that feel to you tonight? Did your punches feel different? Did they feel more powerful? How did that affect your performance, do you think?
Remember, I told you guys this. You go back and look at the last press conference. This is exactly what I said. Remember, you can give it, but I've been hit by some of the best punchers in the world throughout my career. Most of the 90% of the time, I'm dishing it out. I told Conor McGregor, this is exactly what I told him. I said, you can dish it out, but you have to be able to take it. The same way you dish it out, you have to be able to take it. Just like when you have children, when you got children, and they joking with each other. One want to joke with the other, but the other don't want. But when one feeling good and the other not feeling good, they're not in the mood to joke. So just like in boxing, most times your big punchers, they can't take it. They can take it early on, but down the stretch, they can't take it.
So my other question to you is, obviously you guys went back and forth a lot during the press conferences leading up, but Conor is always somebody who's noble in defeat. So what was he saying to you inside the ring afterwards? What did he say when you guys exchanged words after the fight?
I just told him, you're tough. I told him, you're a tough competitor. Good fight. And keep up the good work, basically. Always want to carry myself like a gentleman, even though, you got to realize when we in the press conference, when we doing what we doing, that's my job. He's the notorious one. I'm the money man. So we got to get a fans what they want to see. When the fans, when we done the press tour, we went to four cities in 3 countries in 4 or 5 days. So when we had arenas like this packed with 20,000 fans, we got to give them a show. And a lot of people thought it was fake. No, we didn't like each other. We probably still don't like each other, but we still had to act like gentlemen at the end of the day. I can't come here, after making, over 300 million. I'm not finna be like, oh, I don't like you. Good fight, make your career go on.
Floyd, right here in front. Floyd, have you had a chance to talk to your kids yet? And what does it mean to you and your family to have you finally officially retired? And what does that mean to them?
I'm pretty sure they're happy. I'm pretty sure they're happy because they get to see me a lot more. We get to spend a lot more time together, and that's really what it's about. It's about family. I came out here first. To Vegas. Well, my Uncle Roger came out here to Vegas first, and then I didn't even have no plans on moving. Actually, I didn't even have no plans on moving to Las Vegas. I came out here, turned professional at 19. And I can remember when I turned professional because I always talk about this story in the dressing room, at the Mayweather Boxing Club. I go in the, when I went to Top Rank promotion company, when I went inside the office, I looked. They said they was talking. Then they moved a piece of paper out of the way. Then I seen that check. To myself, I was like, damn, I ain't never seen that many O's in my life. Because I come from poverty. I come from the inner city. The check was only $100,000. But to me, when I seen the check, it looked like $100 million because I'm from the inner city. I never seen those type of numbers. You know, hood rich to me is, you know, $30 or $40, $60,000. That's hood rich. You hear about it. But when you're actually seeing 100,000, everything Top Rank was saying to me, I didn't hear anything. I just wanted to sign on a dotted line and get the check. And I feel like I was the richest man in the world at 19, receiving $100,000. But you know, I went to the gym. I never slacked. I continued to work hard every day. I never put nothing before I put my boxing. Nothing. I worked hard, extremely hard every day. My dad still was in prison because, you know, my dad left my life when I was 16. When my dad came back to my life, when my dad came back in my life, I was 21. So a lot of people want to kind of know about our relationship. So it was kind of rocky. You know, when my dad left me, I was basically a teenage kid. When he come back into my life, I'm an adult because I'm paying my own bills. I'm responsible. I got my own house. I got my own car. I got my own everything. So it's kind of hard for us to really get on the same page. He still is the best trainer that ever trained me, hands down. I mean, because I beat all these fighters with everything that my dad taught me. There's key things in boxing that I'm just in fighting period that fighters need, and that's why I had to upswing most fighters is because I done those key things that my dad taught me.
Floyd, right here. Congratulations. You're famous all around the world for your defensive skills, but I was wondering how exciting it was in that 10th round when you were landing one shot after the other just before the refs stopped the fight, that, you know, to let it go, all those, you know, those last shots in your career.
I mean, Conor, of course. I mean, it's like a catch-22. If he didn't get knocked out, I mean, if he hit the canvas, then they would have said, why you guys didn't stop it earlier? Then when you stop it, you're gonna say, oh, I didn't hit the canvas. I mean, you didn't throw a punch for a whole 1 minute and was getting hit with big shots. But like I said, I'm not here to bash Conor McGregor. I'm not here to do that. We done enough talking. I told him before, we both done a lot of talking, you know, a lot of barking. It's time to bite. That was it. What we at?
Here in the back, Salvador Rodriguez from ESPN Deportes. Floyd, here, you're back.
Oh, I know you. What's up?
Yeah, thank you. Floyd, what do you think that is your legacy in sport? What do you say? The things that you changed in this sport, that you showed the young guys, what is your legacy around your career?
Run it by me again?
Yeah, what do you think that is your legacy in boxing? What do you show the you guys? What do you change in this sport?
I think, you know, every day, I think even communicating with Steven Espinoza of Showtime, every day we're trying to find that next Floyd Mayweather. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I'm pretty sure Steven was extremely happy when I said, we're going to do this fight. You know, I'm the first one that talked to the CEO of the UFC. One day I was on the phone with the CEO of the UFC, and I said, yo, me and Conor can fight. And he was like, no, Floyd, not that fight. I don't think he want to fight. But eventually we made it happen. But as far as my legacy, you know, the most important thing to me about my career is the things that I did on the outside. You know, making the money on the inside, but making my money work for me on the outside. That's the most important thing to me about my career.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, you got it. Yeah, we're gonna let a few more go because that guy came to Girl Collection gave me an interview. He went to MMA, but he cool. He didn't support my strip club.
Okay. To your left, Floyd. To your left, right here. Over here, Floyd. Robert Littal, Black Sports Online.
What's up, family?
How you doing, my man? All right. Thank you. Hold my laptop. I appreciate it. The question that I had for you is, now that your career is over, I was at the gym a couple of days ago. You see Adrian Broner, you see Errol Spence. A lot of these young African-American fighters look up to you, not what you did inside of the ring, but what you did outside of the ring. What are a couple of things that you try to teach these young African-American fighters who a lot of times feel like they are villainized because they're black, to make it not just inside of the ring, but outside of the ring?
Well, when these young fighters get their checks, when they get their checks, we can't think about just right now. A lot of fighters, I was like that, but I got the money real young. The $100,000 that was the first check I got, but all throughout that week I got some more checks from Top Rank. So I think by the time I was 20, probably by the time I was 20, 21, I was a millionaire. But these young fighters want to buy. They see Floyd Mayweather with all the watches, all the diamond chains, all the cars. They have to invest their money. That's very, very, very important. They have to invest their money. And that's what I try to teach them. Floyd Mayweather was able to buy a diamond chain, a car, a house, every month from smart investments. You have to, when I get with my billionaire buddies, I don't get with my billionaire buddies and say, oh, I'm happy to hang in your house, or I'm happy to ride on your jet. I don't say that, oh, I'm happy to ride on your yacht. I say, teach me how you did it, so I can have the same thing. So my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren can have it. Because I try to teach these fighters that becoming rich, you become rich. Wealth is something that is established. Where wealth, when you get millions every month, like myself, making $1 million, making millions every month. But I have to take my hat off to Al Heyman also, because he's a very, very shrewd businessman. He's fucking unbelievable. Al Heyman is unbelievable, and we all know. Al Heyman is he don't really like his name mentioned. He like to stay behind the scenes. But everything that we came together and did is remarkable. When I wanted the biggest deal in sports history, him and Steven got together and we made it happen. With everything, with all the jets, with the 3 private jets and the mansions all around the world, he was a part of everything, helping me get and reach everything that I wanted to do in life. So, and a lot of people keep on saying, they think that Sam Watson is Al Heyman. Al Heyman is the guy that's probably in here tonight, but he's probably sitting up there. He like to lay behind the scenes. Hell of a guy though. That anytime I went to him or I went to Steven, I went to CBS, I went to Showtime, everything that I asked of them, they did. Even like with the Hublot deal. I got on, of course I got on the Hublot right now because I cut a multi-million-dollar deal with Hublot. I made millions and millions of dollars with Hublot just for, less than 30 minutes. I'm talking about millions of dollars. And then also, like I said before, I learned how to work smarter, not harder. No different from this. I got this hat on up here for a reason. And normally you guys would see me with a money team hat on. So they had to pay a hefty price for me to have this hat on. So that's just how it works. Where we at? Next question.
How you doing, Floyd? Tony Centeno, Vibe Magazine. Before the fight, you released a 42-track playlist, Hard Work and Dedication. Now tonight, before and after, what kind of records were playing in your ear, aside from the records from that playlist?
On my way, to the venue, what I was playing, everybody always see me on social media with the old school iPod. Because the new school iPod, you're not able to shuffle the songs. But the old school iPod, you can have more diamonds on the old school iPod, and you're able to shuffle the songs. But what I'm listening to is a lot I like a lot of old school music. You know, a lot of old school music. Come on in, Conor. I'm listening to a lot of old school music, a lot of old school R&B, a lot of old school rap.
What about that Bodak Yellow?
Who?
Bodak Yellow, Cardi B.
Oh, Cardi B, she's making a mark. You know, she's done an amazing job to come from, you know, a cast of lovely hip hop to having a big song. She's truly amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, to the podium, I'd like to call up the notorious one, Conor McGregor.
What's up, everybody? Hello. Put my whiskey down, notorious Irish whiskey. Coming soon. Do I answer questions or do I just rattle on? Rattle on? No problem. It was a good fight. Thought I smoked them the early rounds. I thought I pushed you up the early rounds, but I tell you what, you're one composed individual. You didn't get rattled. You tucked in when you needed to tuck in. I thought you switched up your game plan 3 times. You came out looking the box. I thought you were being outboxed early on. You looked to play against the ropes like you looked to play. You were getting picked off there. And then you came in, hands up towards your forehead, dipped in, forehead on the chest, and started to fight that kind of fight. I didn't anticipate that. Three game changes in the fight. That's what a true champion does. Much respect. You came with it. You know what I mean? I got to give respect to that. It was a hell of a fight. I would have liked to see the end of the 10th. I think fatigue, there's like a patch. There's a patch somewhere in the middle of fights. Even with the Diaz 2 fight, I have this patch where I must overcome. I get a little wobbly, and I start but it's more fatigue, and I can't. If you look at the Diaz 2 fight, I came through that, came back round 4, round 5. I would have liked to see the end of round 10 and see where it brought us, but hell of a competitor. Switched it up, kept the pressure. You've got to give your hat off to Floyd. A hell of a career. Congratulations. Yeah. It was a good fight. It was a bit of fun, right? It was a bit of fun. I have to say I enjoyed it. The boxing game is a lot different than the mixed martial arts game, from everything, the approach to it. I thought the referee done a great job as well. I do feel it was a little bit early, but I respect his decision, and I thought he done an amazing job. I thought he let the fight flow where it should have flown. I think Floyd's frames were nice. When he throws a shot, he doesn't smother his work, he frames. And early on, when he was framing on me, I was shooking him and taking his back. But I'm like, midway through the fight, when I at his back, the referee's just resetting us in the middle. And I'm like, somewhere in the middle of all that, I was like, I'm using valuable energy here to get to this man's back. And then we're just being reset to go again. So it kind of frustrated me a little bit. And he was able to capitalize on it. He's very very composed, picks his shots very well, bounces shots off himself very well, and hides himself well. You know what I mean? I believe he was hurt a few times, but he keeps his composure. He doesn't show it. So, look, I enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was a fun fight.
Hey, Conor, straight ahead of you here.
Yeah.
Congratulations on a great performance tonight. I wonder if you referenced it a little bit about boxing and MMA are different. Can you kind of expand on that a little bit and explain what you liked about the boxing business and what you prefer about the MMA business?
You know, what? The check is all right. The check's not bad. Very good. But look, I'm gonna try. I've already been raising the MMA check, so don't get it twisted. I'm still gonna raise the MMA checks when I go back there. Now, just the whole. It's just a lot more. I don't know what the fuck the difference is, but it's different. It's very different. It's just a little bit more cleaner or something. But I tell you what, I enjoyed it very, very much. It was an honor for me to come over here in the boxing side and showcase my skills. I know there was a lot of disrespect and disregard for my skill. You know what I mean? I'm a multiple weight free fighting world champion. I was a little bit taken back by the disrespect and the disregard that I was shown. in fairness, Floyd and his team never actually showed that disrespect. It was just the overall, everyone else. And it was almost like a little bit of a jealousy thing, so I kind of just got over it. But the disrespect for my skill set was a little bit, you know, it took me back a little bit. But I always knew that when the fight comes around, August 26th, I'm going to show up and I'm going to give a good account of myself. And I thought I'd put him out there, and I went to put him out. And I believe the first couple of shots flustered him, and I hit him a few times, but then he started reading it, and then he started parrying the shots well. He had a good, strong parry on his lead hand. He dipped low, caught the body shots well. When he started engaging in his right hand to the body, I thought it was very well. I enjoyed the fight. It was a great contest, and a lot of stuff I'll take with me in my training. That's people ask me what's next. I'm not quite sure what's next. I have multiple titles in the UFC to think about. I could also continue in the boxing game. So what's next for me is continue to study and continue to learn. I'm a student of martial arts and fighting as a whole. I've studied everyone in the game, in all games, including Floyd. And it was an honor to share the ring with him and get up close and personal. I feel I held my own, really. I feel it was close. I feel 5-4. I feel it was 5-4 into round 10. I would have liked him to get to the bell to see what was what.
Conor, this was the longest fight of your career. Your previous longest.
Oh, that whiskey tastes so good. Oh, shit. Notorious Irish whiskey. Coming soon. I don't think I stop for half a second. I'm going to take over the Irish whiskey market. This is delicious, so keep an eye out for it.
Conor, I was basically mentioning that it was really around the 26th, 27th minute when a lot of the damage started to accumulate and add up. Did you feel that there was some sort of difference going a lot longer than you had previously?
Of course. One of the main things in camp was go from 5 rounds to 12 rounds. That was obviously the main fucking thing. I had to experience that 12-round fatigue. And in the spars, with all my sparring partners, when I do the 12 rounds, there was always those middle rounds where I was like, I'd get to say 6, and then I'd be like, I couldn't see the finish line. I'd be like, fuck, I've got so many more rounds left. And I couldn't see the finish line. But then when I got through them, I got to like round 10, 11, certainly 11 and 12, I could, okay, there's only 6 minutes left, and I could dig deep, and then I get that second win. That's why I would have loved it if I could have just got to the end of that 10th round. But the referee, I thought, done a great job. I thought he let the fight play, and I thought Floyd was phenomenal in there. Very composed, very select with his shots. And that's it. We live and we learn.
And Conor, there was also some discussion that your body actually looked a little bit different for the boxing match as it did for MMA. How did you rebuild your body, especially in the midsection for the boxing fight? And how long will it take you to adapt your frame again to come back to MMA?
I think the more you engage in wrestling and grappling, the upper body gets a little bit more blocky, a little bit more full. Whereas when I was engaging in boxing training solely, it was more cardiovascular based. So the body was trimming out. And then obviously I put in the stomach work. I knew they were coming for he was coming for the body. And a straight right hand to the body were nice. They were timed well. They were set up well, and fair play to them. Fair play to them. But I will get back into my jiu-jitsu training. I will get back into my freestyle wrestling training. I will start engaging in my kicking again, and we'll see what's next. I'll also look to adjust and prepare for a fighter that comes in with his forehead first and his hands up. Oh, you know, in camp, I had one sparring partner that fought like that, but everyone else kind of fought that kind of traditional Philly shell style, or even a little bit more light in the feet, or a little bit more back against the ropes. But I only had one sparring partner that actually came and pressed forward. He had a bit of weight on me. And I only sparred him for the first 6 rounds. And then I'd move on to someone else. And I can't help but feel the way the fight panned out, the way Floyd adjusted and adopted that style. If I'd have had more of him in the later rounds in sparring, I would have been more prepared for that feeling. And I wouldn't have wasted some shots on the guard and on the gloves. And I would have been a little bit better prepared for that.
Conor, it was a fun fight tonight for sure, and I think you proved some doubters wrong. But of course, you know MMA fans want to know when they're going to get you back in the UFC cage.
I'm young, I'm fresh, and I'm ready. I mean, I was just tired in there, I feel. You know what I mean? He caught me with some nice shots, but I wasn't dazed or rattled or anything like that, so I was just bollocks, is the term we call it in Ireland. So, we'll see what happens. I'm going to hit, I beat a childhood friend of mine who's getting married. I'm going to charter out a 100-foot yacht, maybe for a day. Fuck that, paying for the whole thing, the whole whack. And just rally it for a day, have a big party on it, take a load of pictures, and then just get the fuck off it. That's probably my plans, and then I'll see what's next.
You built this over a long time. You saw this. Certainly you wanted to get the win, but what's next? How can you take this to the next level? What's the next vision?
Haven't I don't. This was some buzz to come in and face this man, and you know, so many doubters, so many. It's never gonna happen. Like even think it's never gonna happen. Remember that time. This fight is never gonna happen, and I always stood like, we can get this fight happen. Then it was like, I'm not gonna lay a glove, and there were so many things to overcome, and I just enjoyed the whole experience. So I'm just relishing in it for now. I have many options in mixed martial arts. I'm sure there's options now that will present themselves in the boxing game. Right now I'm a free agent. My name is on the ring. There you go, McGregor Sports and Entertainment on the ring, in a boxing ring. That's something to be proud of. I'm very proud of that. So I'll see what's next, but I'm open. I love competing. I love a good fight. Tonight was a damn good fight, and that's why you see me up here. My head, my heart, you know what I mean? Show my heart. I enjoyed myself, and that's it. Long may it continue. We'll see what's next. I can't tell you exactly what's next, but no, something will be next.
Conor, have I got time? You said you saw the fight 5-4 when it was stopped. One of the judges had you winning the first 3 rounds where you were clearly the aggressor and Floyd was studying your style, but the other 2 judges had it 8-1 in favor of Floyd. Does that surprise you a bit?
I think that's very, very biased. I'm actually shocked at that. I thought I won the first 3 rounds clearly. 4th round could be argued either way. Let's say 3-1, and then he took over. He started to take over then, and I thought I snuck in round 8. Then he won 9, and then got the stoppage in 10. So what was that? 5-4 into the final round. Then he got the win. But in reality, all that means nothing. He got the win. Respect to him. I enjoyed it. I thought I done okay. You know, I thought I switch hit it. I switch hit it a few times. He was wide to that. I know Paulie was on the phone to him, telling him certain movements, but I switched through the lead hook, and he pulled from it a few times beautifully. Then I switched it up and hit the lead to the body. I caught him once or twice with that. But he's a smooth operator in there. He's not 50-0 for no reason. So I just enjoyed the whole process of it. I would have liked to see the final bell. I think I deserve to see the final bell, but what can you do? I certainly, you can say what you want. I put in so much work for this. I worked my fucking ass off. Like, I really properly worked my ass off. And there is something like I need to get over. I need to figure out why there is these dips in the middle area of a fight. It keeps happening. It happens to me a few times, and I just need to figure it out and keep pushing and keep going and keep striving. I've reached great heights, and I will continue to reach great heights and continue to improve and get better. And that's what it's all about. We compete, we get better, and we come back.
Conor, just to your right, apparently he was hopping, bouncing back home there tonight in Dublin and in Ireland. Obviously, we saw in Las Vegas here, the Irish crowd have travelled in their droves as well. Have you just got a message for your fans back home and the people who have travelled over this weekend?
You know what? We represent ourselves with pride wherever we go. We raise that flag so high and so much. But like, I had a big fur coat. They made me a big fur coat, and it looked like something Ric Flair would have worn. Like a really flashy yoke. It came down and dragged on the back. I was going to wear it to the ring, and I was like, you know what? It looks great, but I just want to wear the Irish flag. And I just parked it off and rocked the Irish flag. We're just proud people. We we love a fight. We love anyone that can stand toe-to-toe and fight. And that's what we show respect to anyone that comes in and does it. So I'm just very proud of my people and my country, like I always am. It's been a great ride, and long may it continue.
applause for two classic gentlemen.
Yeah, I can. You're a bit loud, but I can't hear you. Can you hear me? It's too loud. It's open every day of the week. No problem at all.
Chris, back here. Straight back. Conor, Ellie Sekback, ES News, straight ahead. First of all, congratulations on a tremendous performance. Conor, how do you spend $100 million now? You made $100 million. How do you spend it?
Well, it's a count. Now we go into the counting phase. We count up the gate. We count up the pay-per-view. We count up the merchandise. We count up the sponsorship revenue. And I send auditors in there like fucking sharks to count up every single dot. And if we're talking in the 5 million pay-per-view range or 4.6 or whatever the Pacquiao one going, I'm clearing 100 million. But it's about counting that because there's a lot of sharks in the game. So we're in the counting game now. And that's how I build it up and get that money. And then I don't know how I spend it. I've made so many, I have so many ventures that are bringing in nice revenue for me. And I'm building brands, the August McGregor brand, the suit line, and the fashion line that I'm delving into. The whiskey that I'm playing into. Obviously, I have the Mac Life as well. That's operating very well. And then that's not even including any endorsement deals that I have. Like I've many endorsement deals as well. So money is good for me, and you know I'm very blessed. I'm very happy that I'm in the position I'm in right now. I'm in the stage of forever money. As long as I'm tactical and make smart decisions and don't do nothing stupid, I'm set for life. So I feel I've been in that position for a while. So I just carry on living my life, carefree, with a smart mind, and just enjoy the rest. Enjoy life, and see what's next in the fight game. Because fighting is what I do, what I enjoy. I get itchy if I don't have a fight.
Conor, right here. A lot of boxing pundits said that you wouldn't land a punch. You obviously landed more strikes than many of Floyd's opponents. Is there anyone in the boxing game that you would like to have an opportunity to box? I know Paulie is in here right now. Is there anybody that you'd like to box in still?
Yeah, you know, I'm certainly open. I'm certainly open to hearing what let's say what the Zuffa want, what our WME IMG, what they want, and what Showtime want. And if they want me to come over to the boxing game, then we can talk. I'm certainly young, 29 years of age. I don't think the boxing world or the fighting world has seen a man as confident as this come in at this age and with this amount of accolades and this amount of records and this amount of revenue generated. So I'm certainly open to all options. I have certainly many contenders in the mixed martial arts game. I have a trilogy bout with Nate Diaz that is sitting there. I have options. I'll see what's what. I'm here to fight. I'm certainly fresh. I'm certainly fresh to fight. I was not badly damaged there. It was fatigue. So we'll see what's next. We'll see what offers come on the table. Thank you. Thanks so much, everyone. I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Floyd Mayweather is definitely gone. He's 50-0. He's 40 years of age, and he's got $1 billion that he's made during his career. He's gone.
Folks,
He's going to spend more and more time.
Just want to announce that Showtime is going to air the delay of this main event on Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on our network. Exciting night. We'll have the main event again, September 2nd, 9 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on Showtime. Thank you.
He's 50-0. He's 40 years of age. might not be a trainer. So it's not going anywhere. It's still going to be in the boxing business. Well, listen, I hope so, because I've had 7 days now. I have an awful lot of fun with TV, with podcasts, with the online community, with 5 Live, with radio this, with radio that. There isn't a region in the UK I've not talked about this fight. I'd love to go back. Conor McGregor, in all seriousness, he says he will go back to mixed martial arts, to the UFC. But undoubtedly, he will have at least 1, probably 2, maybe even 3 more fights in the boxing ring. And that's because when he actually sits down, when he's on holiday next week in Ibiza and starts counting up the money, it's going to go to about 150 million minimum. You know what? I said to you, don't mention it to my wife, didn't I? She is not at all happy with me wearing the Hawaiian. Plus, she said, you can't wear that one because you wore that one earlier in the week when we did a bit of social. I did a little Facebook hit. Apparently, I had it on. And she said, you can't wear it. But what I am rocking today, and you can't see it, is I'm rocking a unique look. I've got shorts on, I say, and blue shoes, and a suit jacket. Not too bad.
That's me. No, that's mine. We were live. I got it.
Enjoy your international travel. If I don't hear from you by the end of September, I'll hit you up. I think social media, yeah, no, they're totally into the idea, right? And I don't want to speak for them directly, but But is Ryan cold? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll get that was just maybe the electricity's nice, so. So where are you based out of? Are you in Vegas too? Oh, you're in London. Yeah. Just like, yeah, it's just like hey, I got my cheers. See you later. Awesome.
Can I help you, buddy? You'll be in Canada? Yeah. Canada. Edmonton, huh? Edmonton. Do you have anything that I need? Took everything, right? Oh, I need to head the lavaliers. You'll need the mic. Make sure we bring your shit to Edmonton. I want to do some Facebook Lives there. Yeah, there will be.
Jack, TV got him, you know. TV got him. You know, don't you?
All right, it's done.